Suffering is due to our disconnection with our inner soul. Meditation is establishing that connection. Hi, I'm Harleen Sandhu, and I welcome you all to another episode of Spiritual Talk Show. Today, I'm both humbled and honored to introduce our guest, Shampa Mukherjee. Shampa Mukherjee is a great senior third eye pyramid master from India. She is a multidisciplinary energy therapist and a psychotherapist too. She has also been awarded Winner's Worthiness Award in Mumbai, India in 2015. She is a compassionate person and completely dedicated to Patriji's mission of Dhyan Jagat, Shakahar Jagat, and Pyramid Jagat. She has been conducting various workshops such as ancestral healing, inner child, inner genie junior, and many more across the globe. All her workshops are based upon her deep knowledge of psychology and from her experience as a therapist. All her other programs, such as Navratri Dhyan, Diwali Dhyan, and many more, are her means of sharing deep wisdom and knowledge to participants regarding prevalent social beliefs so that they view their participation in some of these festivals from an enlightened perspective. So let's invite her. Hello, Shampa ma'am. A very warm welcome to you.
Hello, hi. Yes, Eileen, it is so nice to be with you, back with you, and with all the participants who are interested and are coming forward for the PSSM Global. It's like a complete big family that we all are.
Yes. So, ma'am, my first question is, when and how did your spiritual journey started?
That's a very good question. So when when we say spiritual, we generally confuse it with religion. That okay, what exactly we are doing, and are we religious or not? But the spiritual, I think, is the one where you are getting connected with your own spirit, knowing yourself. So and just not about yourself, about everything. So I would say it started when I was around 5 years, because at that the first time I just was looking for my doll, and I was looking here and there, and I just went and asked my mom, and she was busy, and she said, "You must have kept it somewhere. Just look for it." And I was looking here and there, and there was a picture in there's like a photo in the bedroom, and that is Hanumanji. Even I didn't knew that it is Hanumanji. So I said, "Well, you are there in this room. You must be knowing where is my doll." And I just heard, and I asked, and I was like busy looking for my doll, and I heard a heavy male voice, "Look beneath the bed." And I bent down, and I saw it was there, and I was so happy, and I said, "Thank you." So that was a conversation, and somehow I felt that everything, whomsoever you ask, you are going to get back the answer. You can connect to so many, and you can ask wherever you want, to wherever you want. So my journey, I can say, this started from then, and I kept on asking various things from various, I would say, the things, the people, and if I were not satisfied from deep within, I will keep asking. I will keep reading books or doing something or another. My quest was very different, although my mother was very religious, and she used to do all this different religious katha part and all. And I was also the katha vachak, the one who reads the scriptures. So, and those scriptures, whenever, like, they are also not the ancient one, the main which are made later. So they are very much fear based. So when I used to read that, I always questioned her, why we need to make person fearful, and why we need to do something out of fear. And she used to say, "You are just supposed to read." And I was like, "No, I need to get the answer, and only then I would read." And that would go on, and I enjoy those times whenever I look back. Yes.
So you were curious from the childhood.
Yes, very much.
Like even in today's workshops, your workshops are very different. Like even there is a spiritual aspect, but there is a very deep meaning. It's not like it's a scientific and spiritual. It's a perfect spiritual science workshop. So now we know where it comes from. It comes from your childhood, that curiosity.
Yes.
You are a multidisciplinary energy therapist. What does that mean?
So, well, we tend to see, we are multidimensional beings, and we have various aspects. we are operating, different people are operating in different frequencies and different mindset. So for a person, like a person who has deep emotional blockage, and if I am like just talking to that person and trying to explain some therapy or doing some therapy, that won't go deep, because emotion is like a heavy liquid and which is like barring the path. So if I get to know that, okay, there's a stuck emotion and I need to tap it down and release it, and then only that person is at least in a state to listen what I am. So I need to know that modality. Sometimes there are situations where we get stuck into the time loop. So then the neuro linguistic programming, NLP, comes in, and then there are different therapies like regression, and then definitely there are many more. So these are the different various aspects of looking a person. We all are multi-dimensional, and somewhere some aspect of us, if it is stuck at some point, if I know where is the energy is stuck and what we can address, then the work happens smoothly. That is how it is, you can say, multidisciplinary.
I think the next question, I think every other person have this question, especially from a third eye master like you, that a lot of people like you're a third eye master and you have all these third eye experiences, you see a lot of stuff, and a lot of people have this problem that they don't have any third eye experiences. So they think people who are third eye masters, they are on a much higher pedestal than us. So, and they always, I think most of the people who started meditation, especially in the beginners, until they realize like what meditation, all they're looking is for third experiences. And if they don't have it, they think there is something wrong with them, or they're, they're karmic on all that stuff coming. So as a third eye master, what do you want to say to all the people out there who do not have any third eye experiences?
Well, first, I would like to explain what exactly we want to say or try to define when we say third eye. So, when we use the term eye, we tend to feel that it is someone who sees, who looks, who can see whatever is happening. But while in meditation, while doing the inner journey for the first time when we were doing, we got to know a lot of stuff about different aspects of our siddhis. These are siddhis, the special abilities. So we got to know that it is like we say it is a chakra. We say the third eye is a chakra, and when it is opening, then you get to see. We generally know it like that. Exactly what it was, we got to know there. So third eye is actually the name as it is here. So we tend to call it as a third eye as we see the eye in the face of Shiva or Devi. So we call it as a third eye. But actually, it is much deeper, beneath. There is a place, and it is tetrahedral in structure. Like science background, I would say that it is more like a tetrahedral, where the center is that point where the cognizance is coming, and then we are cognizance is coming from the brain, and then we are hearing, then the smell, the taste, the touch, and the eyes, all are coming together. And that knowingness, the word is agna, yeah, ajna, that is knowingness, yeah, that is knowingness. So the way you are perceiving extra, ESP is also the another name of it. So when you are perceiving, you are getting to know, that is third eye. It is the exact definition is that. But generally, people are 80% are visuals. So generally, the way what they see, and they whatever they see, they perceive. But it is not necessarily that what they are seeing is always right. That is another very interesting aspect, that if a person is just get to see something and gets into the literal meaning of that what the person is saying, it is said that the vision, कहते हैं ना, the looks they can be conflicting. You may get confused. Okay, I saw that the deeper meditation and the understanding, again, the ajna, knowingness, you need to get into that state. Okay, I saw that. Is it a metaphoric? Is it what exactly? What I saw? So many people, they start seeing things, but they will again ask, I saw that. What does that mean? So just seeing is not again enough. So again, with the meditation and different experience, you settle down and you get down to knowing. And again, I would say there are great masters in our society in PSSM who don't see, but they are wonderfully great masters. And for them, Patriji say they are the four time masters. Like they are much beyond seeing. And I would say, well, I'm not that great, and therefore I see. I need to see because until I see, I won't believe, right? So I need to see. I need to know. I'm so curious. I keep on asking, why, what exactly? Show me this. Show me that. Let me understand it more, and therefore might be I'm being shown. So I feel like that. It is nothing great about it. I feel I'm nervous and therefore I'm being shown.
So basically, you're saying that even if you have intuition, that means your third eye is activated. You're still a third eye master.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
It's not that you only have to see. Like we all have this, I think, miss or doubt that if you don't see, that means you're not. That means your third eye is not working properly.
No, it's not like that. Many time I get to know many people. But I didn't see, but I somehow knew that I needed to do this.
That
Yes,
is one of
perfect.
me where I get intuitions but I don't see. So I always have this problem because I don't see. So I don't know what I'm getting is true or not. One more thing, there are a lot of people who do a lot of third eye meditation just to open the third eye, right? Just to open. So, but if you see PSSM, all they say do Anapanasati Dhyan, just be on your breath and everything will be fall in place. But I think just because we get so want to, because I think again it's just a name out there, third eye master, your third eye, just the sometime you get into all that. So what should we do? Should we actually concentrate on third eye or just the like, of course Anapanasati is always there, but do we just stay with Anapanasati meditation and everything fall in place? Or if somebody wants to activate third eye, what should they do? That's because I just got the question yesterday night, somebody, and I was like, I'm talking to Shampa ma'am tomorrow and I'll get this answer for you.
That's a wonderful question, and I really love that. Uh, it's like uh, I would say um, our education system. I'm sorry.
Yes, belief systems.
No. Our education system is like, okay, you need to study. Your mathematics is not good, so you need to study mathematics well. But the basic understanding behind that, suppose the person's linguistic skills are not developed. Suppose, okay. So even if the question is written, like I had many students, I was into teaching before, and also the mathematics and sciences. I found that when they are given the mathematical questions, they were used to solve it. But if it were like a word question, they will find it very difficult. So if someone sees that and feels that, okay, the person might have the mathematical skill problem. No. What is happening? The person has a problem in understanding the language. And therefore, the person is not able to solve that question. So, well, I went a little overboard to explain this. So, the thing is, I have seen many cases in the regression that I'm taking that in some lives, there are so many people who have so wonderful experiences and all. And they say, I don't want to see because of some past life experiences of theirs. I don't want to see. So it is them who have closed their abilities. So even if they don't know about it and they try hard to work on their third eye, they won't be able to see because they themselves have decided, no, I don't want to see. So what they need to do, they need to deal what is blocking there, the reason behind. So therefore, I would say that whatever, don't go for the siddhis. They will come by itself. Whatever you are meant for, it will come to you. It is in search of you. It has to come to you. Go for the wholesome thing that is the Anapanasati. And that will help you to bloom the beautiful way that you are. So I will always suggest everyone to go for that, and especially not go typically to some special activation of some chakras, because suppose, okay, I can't speak properly and I need to work on my throat chakra, and it is found that I have the issue of power, and the power I found as expression. So I have an issue at my this Manipura chakra, and I'm working on my throat chakra, and I keep on working, but it is not helping me. So if we work like that, it won't help. We are a wholesome being. So if we try like that, it won't help. So it's better that you go for Anapanasati, and with that, that energy, when this Vishwa Prana Shakti, the life force energy, when it starts flowing throughout our body, it will actually work. It will actually deal what exactly is to be done, what is to be handled, what is to be addressed. It will work. It is like that.
When I stick with Anapanasati meditation, it has solution for everything rather than going for different parts,
Yes.
different chakras.
Yes.
You also do a lot of inner child workshops.
Yes.
So what is this inner child workshop all about? And what are the criteria? So like who all are eligible for this inner child workshops?
Well, when we say inner child, so I would say that I went for my regression therapy training course. And while I was getting the training, I got the answer from our mentor, the suggestion from our mentor, that if you are entering into the line of therapy, you need to sort or address your pains first, because we all are vibrational beings, and our vibration, people come according to our vibration. So suppose I have an issue with our past life or some inner child or some other issue, and I'm stuck over there, and this person who is coming has the same issue, what will happen? I will get back. Okay, I am also undergoing this problem, and okay, I am also. Then I will get into the problem. It is like getting drowned in the well where you are trying to save someone out of the well. So you need to address your pain first, and for that, after that, I just went crazy working on myself. So when I was working, I found that there are human like so many people who are like in a great pedestal, but their inner child is something. It is, maybe it is just the 5%, but that 5% is not letting the person to become 100%. So it is something which is more or less so prevalent everywhere. The hurt is so prevalent. Even if we say we have magnificent childhood, the birthing, the process, the hospitals and everything is not a very good state, is not in a proper state. Also, the gestation period, the conceiving points, and so many things. There are so many hurts that a child has. And as they grow up, they feel, nee, I am okay, there is no problem with me. But the hurt is there, and it tends to come forward and doesn't allow a person to shine the way the person is. Therefore, and also there was a very strong inner calling that it is something that everyone needs, requires. And as you said about the eligibility, so when I'm conducting workshop, in a workshop, it is like a collective, some people are there. So I cannot address what a person individually is undergoing. So minimum criteria we keep as a person should have done minimum 40 days of meditation, so that it is little settled. So there's a lot of understanding coming. And if the person is not little bit settled, they might find that their own emotions are coming up and they are not able to address properly. I underwent some of the issues where, we out of compassion, we tend to share the link. And it went to some one person who had not entered, not done the meditation. And then I got this question. When I was doing this workshop, I became so angry. I don't know where this anger was hidden. And now I'm beating my kids. And I said, oh my God. So now you're hurting your inner child of your kids. So that was not at all my intention. So the point is that you need to be little settled. You need to be in a state of addressing your own pain, addressing your own hurt. If you are not that much settled, go for personal session first. So for personal session, you don't need to have any specific criteria. Only criteria required is you're ready to address yourself. But definitely I will suggest them doing meditation again, because only with the meditation, you will get to know. This happened with me also. When I I saw my past lives before entering properly into Anapanasati. I was doing other type of meditation, but at that time, whatever I saw, I was more into balance. Okay, I was not that bad. That point. I was not that bad. Whatever happened to me is much. It is not balanced. I got worse. So I was in good, bad balancing thing. But when I came into meditation, I got a deeper understanding that from where I was looking at it. So, therefore, it is very much required. Even to address whatever we are dealing in our life, it is very much required that we are doing meditation. It's like a wholesome food.
We don't need inner child, we all need inner child, because I want to admit that when I did your first inner child class with you, and I just joined just to join it because I thought I have a perfect childhood, I was so loved, I have no inner child problems. But when I started, I think we had a 5-day workshop with you, and by the time, I think within first day, a lot of starting emotions were surfacing up, and I was don't even know where it was coming from. And at that day I realized, even if you think you don't need inner child, I think everyone needs inner child, because we don't even know where we get hurt. Sometimes we don't even realize it.
True,
So please, everyone, do join it. Even if you think you don't need it, we all need it.
true, it is true, very true. Because when you are in womb, you cannot tell that what a little thing that your mother got hurt about. Maybe her own inner child hurt surface there. It's a very interesting. Actually, I have a huge case studies about the inner child and how it dominates our lives, and how weirdly we act, and we later think that, well, why my behavior was so childlike, you know. But we don't have a proper answer about it. But when we address our pain, we come out so beautifully with the divine aspect of ourselves, and we tend to see things in a very different way. We actually come in now, and we come in a very beautiful space of energy.
They all want their kids to do the inner child workshop rather than them. I had the same question with you, and I remember you tell me, you come and do it. When you will be healed, your child will be healed. So what
Yes.
do you want to say to all the parents out there, because who thinks they don't, their life is almost done, but they want their kids to go and have all the inner child workshop, because they don't want them to hurt. So like, I remember you really told me, no, you come in the class. I don't want your daughter to come in the class, I want you. So what do you want to say to all the parents out there?
Mostly in our life, what we are doing is we are doing the projection. So, like, I'm hurt, but what I will say, okay, I'm done with that. I'm fine. All I'm good, and all the problem lies with my child. And if ever I have done some hurt to the child should be healed. You are vibrating in the same frequency, and you want your child to be healed. It's very difficult, right? So, whatever you're finding, okay, I want to help my child, I want to help my family, I want to help my society. Heal yourself first. The responsibility comes from you. You are the starting point, you are the point of reference, the scientific word again, but you are the point of reference from where all the relation and everything is starting. If you heal yourself, all the relationship will heal. So we cannot say that we can put the carpet all around the world, but we can put the sleepers on, right? So we can take charge. We can take charge. Yes, I will heal myself. And only when I'm in that healed state, I will be able to address if my child is coming with any emotion. If I'm settled, I'm healed, I will be able to create and hold the sacred space or the space for the child. And when the child is able to release what the child wants to express, then the child will be healed also. But if I'm not healed and the child wants to come and release, I will get, jittered. And what I will do, I will not allow that space to that child. And again, the hurt will carry on. The child will feel, I'm not heard, I'm
Yes.
not loved, I'm not cared enough. But we will say, I was there, you know. So it's a very interesting thing and very subtle thing.
So every parent should go to get the inner child healed first before they put their kids into it. When we also talk about soul contracts, can you explain a little bit about the soul contracts?
That's another very interesting thing. So we are like when we get this movie contract, we design. Okay, this is a script that I got, and I want to play a movie. The director, the producer, they just come together. The director thinks, okay, I want. So what they do, they get the characters. Okay, you are going to play this, and they sign the contract. Okay, I will be playing the villain. I will be playing the hero, heroine, and all the side actor and actresses. The same way when we as a soul we come on earth, we want to experience something, we want to learn something. Suppose I want to learn about courage. So if I want to learn about courage, what will be the opposite of courage? The fear. So what I will have, I need to have a very fearful life. So to have that, I need people who will push a lot of my buttons where I will get very fearful. And when I work on myself, I will come out of that fear. So we get that sign. So we call them like, I am the victim and they are the perpetrators. But it is what we got the signature done. Okay, you will be playing this, you will be playing that. And we keep on complaining. Well, I am into meditation, but what will I do? That person is still doing that. That person is still doing that. My answer would be, well, I am doubtful that you have learned the lesson properly. Because if you have learned the lesson properly, that other person don't need to play their role anymore. So they are free from the role. So that is what is about the contract, the soul contract. So it's a beautiful thing, and it is just not like one-sided. So if I like, there are two person, one person just wants to play victim, the other person wants to play perpetrator. So the perpetrator will like, they will look for the person. Okay, I want to be the perpetrator. I want to experience that. And the one person who wants to victim. Okay, you both can come together. You can play the role. Wonderful. Go ahead. So this is how the script is written, the little bit, everyone, whosoever is participating in that contract, everyone is benefiting. It is not like a one-sided, it is like a multi-sided. And everyone is learning, everyone is growing. It is very beautiful. And till the time we are like fighting and all, with everything, even with the fighting, every with crying and everything, we are learning, we are experiencing how it feels when you are like pressurized, you are under some condition, you are learning what is betrayal or what is to betray, so many things we tend to learn. So these are the contracts that we sign before coming on earth. And it's very interesting. In fact, my learning, the way I said that before coming into meditation, I was like, I was just trying to be in balance. No, that is not balanced. I received more. I received more pain. I gave less. I was in that dilemma, and I said, well, should I forgive? No, no, no. Who am I? So when I was angry, I said, I will never forgive. And when I'm in a, in a meditative, nice, good, who am I to, forgive? I was in that drama state. But when in meditation, I remember one person just commented about the Ram Leela. In fact, I was just passing through that, and that play was going on where Ram, Ravan, and Sita, they were like doing that Ram Leela, and on the stage there's like a great fight going on and all, and in the backstage, Ram, Ravan, and Sita, they are like, Sita are mostly the men who are wearing the saris, and they are all like picking up the sari and they're sharing this bidi, the small cigarettes. They're sharing that. So they are, as a soul, we all are friends. And only the very close ones dare to be the villain. So it's a very beautiful thing when we get to know. In fact, that day, I remember it was like a huge energy realization that happened. And I bowed down to the person, and rather say the people whom I was like very sad or like, angry and had a lot of complaints against. I said, oh my God, you played your role so well. You made me cry like anything, like rula rula ke maar dala. But you played your role so well. I congratulate you. And yes, I am also a good drama queen. I really wept a lot. So yes, I had many diaries with a lot of our teardrops, marks of a big, huge drama queen. So I enjoy now. I remember all those, and I said, "Wow, I played my story well." So this is how it is.
So basically, even our enemies, we picked our enemies up here. So
Yes,
we are actually friends, or they are helping us.
yes,
So I think thank you for changing our perspective, because if we, I think you're right. If we think the way you explained right now, if we see everything like that, we will not see problem as a problem. We'll see it as a challenge, as a learning experience,
definitely.
and then we will learn and move on rather than having in the same pattern back and forth.
Yes, true.
So after soul contracts, if we talk about what are akashic records.
Again, that is again a very interesting thing. Akashic records are it's like a huge book. It's like our book. See, as we see are here in Gita, so Bhagavad Gita. So in Bhagavad Gita, it is said that, and it is the truth, that we as a soul, we are taking different births. For us, it is like, for we, as a layman, he sees, okay, this is Herline, this is Shampa, this is someone, this is this one. But they are the souls taking different forms, and different forms are like clothes. So, like, I'm wearing a sari today, next day I might wear some suit, or next day I might be wearing something. With the different dresses, I look different. But I am that same person who is taking the different lives to experience something. So, the Akashic record is the whole record of as a soul. So I and our Akashic names, or the soul's name, is very different than what we are. So if we read that Seth workshop, or the book written by Seth, the channeled book of Seth, the Jane Roberts, so he calls Jane in a different name. In fact, in the New Energy workshop, the Tobias, he also calls our Jeffrey Hawk in different name. So those names are the soul name. So in that name, the books are. But as we tend to go and see our Akashic records, that name, the name that we are carrying there now, that also is mentioned, because we will try to know that this is what I am. So with that name, we will recognize that. So in Akashic records, it is like sum total of all that what we have experienced, our total life.
So it's like past life, not the future lives.
Uh, Future is somewhat written. Like, what I would say is, suppose you are carrying some karmas. Okay. Karmas are more like, okay, I have not learned these topics. I have not settled all these issues. So I want to learn that. And therefore, I'm planning these things. You will be my teacher. You will be my villain. You will be acting this. You will acting that. So till that time the karmic thing is going on, sort of record will be there. Like, whom I'm going to marry, that person, the basic, that person will be there. Whom I am choosing to be my child, that also will be there. But uh, I have done a lot of experiments in that also. Like, how we are operating, the frequency that we are in, that decides the integrities, like, the minute points of that record. The record will have the mota, like the basic principles. Okay. So how the house can be decided by us. So with, if we are meditating, suppose I'm supposed to get an accident where I'm going to get my legs amputed, suppose, because that is something the karmic that I needed to learn. But somehow I got into meditation. I started learning about the karma. I realized how it was so much hurtful to the other person whose leg I amputed, or maybe some animal I butchered or did something. And therefore, in this life, I thought that I would experience that. But if I am getting into meditation, I'm getting into that state of compassion where I understand, oh my God, I did so bad thing. And I start doing better thing, like I am going and helping out the animals. I'm doing the other work where I'm like working and working on my karma. That is, I'm raising my frequency. Then instead of getting my legs amputated, I might get a severe hurt on my leg, but my leg might not get amputated. That way. So this is how the Akashic records, the major things are there, but the minute things you can change. And when you are meditating and you are regularly working on yourself, like you are working on your karmic things, your understanding levels, and also as nowadays, the energies are really good. Those who are getting into meditation, they are realizing that things are getting sorted very quickly. So many places it is happening that when they are going and looking at their records, they are finding it blank, because now all the karmic things are over, and whatever you are going to write, that is now going to decide the future. So that is again a very interesting part.
I was hearing Rama Raju sir experience that where you read his Akashic records and you met Patri sir there. Can you tell us about that experience? Because that was, I mean, it was, I had a goosebumps hearing that experience.
Yes, it was. It was instead, but actually, it was very interesting. So I remember that we, Rajuji and me, we were like a lot of experiments. Just go to this place, that place, find what exactly there. One day, he just said that, okay, ma'am, I want to know about my Akashic records. I said, okay. So I sat into meditation, and whatever he kept on telling, I kept on going. So I went and I went into. There was a huge building, and that building, I went inside and I started looking for PV Ramaraju. And it was like huge volumes of PV Ramaraju. And I was like, oh my God, which one? I was like very confused which one to take. I had no idea. And when I was like confused and I was asking Ramarajuji only that which one to pick. And our solace is our Patri sir. So like call him, he is only going to guide. So he came and he said, no, no, no. The master's books are not here. It is in some other building. Come. So it was good. We went. I went with him. He took me to the other place, and that place was like a huge and a very, secluded one, where all the angels and lot of like very energy, and they were taking care of. And I'm like, so I was like, okay, what is this and what is all that? So Patri sir, like we got that entry with Patri sir, and it's like I got, and it was like he said that this is the place of master's record, and not all are allowed here. And this is some special projects. It's now that we are getting to know about this new energy and the huge thing. I had no idea that all this that before. So I was just like wondering, oh my God, why this is like that. So it was very interesting. The book, and in fact, Patisa only helped me to pick that book, and that book was like quite huge. And I remember that it had like a huge brown like leather type cover, but it had a huge diamond type, glittering white diamond type fix over there, and the name was glittering as a PV Ramaraju. And I was like, oh my God, this person is so humble. And as I see the book, it's like he's such a great master. There's so many decoration out there. So, and I saw the way we think that, okay, the book is there. Okay, let me open and read. But the book was not opening because it was like, closed with, special, the codes. So again, sir helped. So he just helped to open the book again. It was written in some ancient, like Pali language. It was written like that, and I was not able to read it all. So I felt that our Patri sir is like, very, jovial type of person. He just makes sense. He was just waiting. Okay, you want to read? Okay, try. And I was like, sir, I can't read. This is something I can't read. So again, he smiled, and he said that, come down, and you know this. He said, you know this. Allow this to decode. So when I just allowed, in fact, this was a big learning for me also, that every step, what you see, you need to go into much deeper state. So when I went there, so that whatever was written was getting shown as an image. And what I was getting shown, I just kept on telling about that to Rajuji, that okay, I see this, and he kept on saying, this was my childhood, this is what happened, this is what happened. And at one point, Patricia said, this much is enough. Now you won't be allowed to see more. So this is all you need to know now, no more. So again the time up, that way. So the book was taken away, and I was like, I was very much interested. Can I get to see mine? So I just got a glimpse of mine, and then I came back. So that was a wonderful journey and very interesting one. Yes.
So, can anyone can read their Akashic records if they're good in meditation, or they get like if they're I don't know what good in the sense that they're regular and they go start going deep and they're practicing more meditation. Can anyone read their Akashic records, or is there again a criterias who all can read Akashic records?
I don't think, like, for me, I don't feel that, see, it is our book, right? So, as I was trying to read Ramaraju sir's book, therefore, all those criteria were put. In even in my shamanic practices, also, I have seen very clearly and been very told very clearly that you cannot interfere in someone else's plan. So, therefore, all these rules are there. So it's not that okay, I am going there, I'm going to read your record and I'm going to mend it as I want. No, it is not like that, because for that we need to see it from the soul's perspective. So we tend to see, oh, this person is so poor, or this person is undergoing so many challenges, let me go and mend the akashic record. Or even suppose I am thinking that, okay, I'm facing all this problem, let me go and mend my akashic record. In fact, if I'm not in that state of understanding and I'm going to change that record, then I am actually interfering with my higher knowledge. That won't help. If I can read, I can understand. And along with that, knowing that if I enhance my frequency, I can change the little bit integrities. I can get to know the basic major things that will come in my life. But in between things, I can mend. That can be worked on. This is a wonderful thing. And yes, anyone can see. I feel that there is no bar about seeing. But again, everywhere, I always recommend everyone that seeing is not enough. You need to meditate. You need to meditate to get whatever you are seeing, what is the deeper meaning behind why
Yeah,
you
definitely.
chose, yeah, why you chose to write something. See, it is not someone else who is writing for you. That is the most important thing we need to know. We are taking birth at some particular time, even though the doctors are claiming that we are going to do the C-sections and everything. The child, exactly, it is the soul who actually smiles. Okay, you are trying to change something. I know what I want for my life. So the stars and everything, we make contract with all of them. We make contract with all of them. I want such type of atmosphere in my life so that I learn in certain conditions. If I have made such a huge plan, if I have made so many writing and everything, why should I go from my earth point of view to mend or do changes in my records? I can go understand deeper and get to know why I planned that. What made me do that? And I meditate more about that and not get frightened. If I'm in that state, I don't think I would have any problem going and checking my records. It's very easy.
So you do a lot of festival dhyans, like series too, like Navratri and Diwali. Because I've always been doing all of these, and but the way you do that meditations, they are very different. It's not like our ritual based meditations. No, even the meaning, the way you tell all the meaning of inner and deeper meaning of rituals are very uh, soul based. So where do you learn all these inner and deeper knowledge for all these festivals? And
Yeah, it is a combination. I told you I was the scripture reader of my family, kathavachak, the Hindi word. So whenever there were any occasion, any puja or any ritual is there, I was the one who was supposed to read all that. So, and I also had a lot of interest in the Sanskrit to understand what was there. So I used to read that, and also a huge capacity to read the magazines, the books, and all. A lot of interest in all that. Why this happened? That, and I kept on questioning. Also, I used to ask my mom, and then my questions, the answer also started coming in meditation. Like the ritual I have mentioned in many of my talks and all about this thread ceremony. So the thread ceremony, so why it is done? When it's some ritual is to be done. And my question is why this is to that's why this is to be done. And there's no one to answer my question. Everyone said, this is how it has to be. So, but this won't satisfy me. So what I will do, I will just sit in meditation. I will ask what exactly it is all about. And then the download starts happening. The international, or I don't know whether it is the international or the spiritual guru, not the Google, the spiritual guru starts downloading things. And I get to know, okay, the thread ceremony is also known as a Upanayan. This Upanayan is about the third eye. So why thread ceremony was done? Thread ceremony was something where the children were made to undergo that ceremony before they entered into education. So before entering into education, what they need, it is not just getting the information like the way we are doing right now is getting information. No, education is not about information. It is more about knowingness, the gear, the knowingness, the agya. So what was getting done was that they were working so that the third eye area, the third eye region is like somehow helped or so that it gets activated. With further work, the child gets to know the deeper meaning of what the child is learning in that stage wherever the Gurukul or someone is going. And therefore, the process is like that when the third thread ceremony happens, you need to cover the things and all. There should not be any light coming, so therefore, there should not be any outside light so that you start seeing from the inner knowings, from the inner light. So when I got to know that, I just started telling all my relatives, you know why we do this? This is the meaning. And they were looking at me, okay, you were the one who were asking this question from where you got the answer. I said, yes, it is meditation, meditation. So yes, it is meditation and a lot of understanding that just pours in. And I'm in fact thankful to all of you who you bear me that I just speak up whatever I'm getting, and you understand that, and I get to learn from with you, with you all coming together. Definitely, a lot of answers come. That is also there.
So
Yes.
I think we got to prove today that in meditation, we get all the answers, whatever you ask for. You just have to sit and trust the process. Like you always says, when you meditate, trust the process. Those just get up and I'm not getting anything.
Yes. Yes.
What is the secret of your heart-based teaching style? Because your teaching style is very different.
Well, maybe my teaching background, because whenever it is just like an info, it doesn't settle down in heart, and where something just settles. And whenever you are teaching something, you are not imparting something new. I always feel everyone knows, and if you tell something which someone just connects, yes, I know this. That is the aha that comes. So that comes, yes, 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 this is what I know. So this is how when we learn from heart, when we teach from heart, from the knowingness that I'm imparting, that I'm bringing forward, and it touches your heart, and your heart also says, yes, this is what also I also know this. And that is what the resonance comes, and that is the highest learning I feel happens. So I loved the way when someone teaches, the way I loved listening from them, I try to imitate. You can say that the way I loved to understand, the way I love, that this is how it should be imparted. I try to do like that.
New energy workshop these days. So what is the difference between what is old energy and new? Because right now we all think that we are entered to the fifth dimension, earth is entering, it's a new energy is coming. So what is the difference between old and new energy, and how we can transition into the new energy?
Wonderful question. As per today, actually now the celebration is going on with the new energy workshop that is now on. New energy, see, the old energy systems were more of struggle. more of force, more of very strict discipline. We needed to be very, very, very strict. If we look for at our great masters back in the time, like say Gautama Buddha or any other master, you will see that they did so much sadhana. They did so much sadhana. They left their home. They will go in Himalayas or they will go some secluded places. They will go in some caves and do meditation, live very harshly, do lot of things to themselves so that they come up to they could cross that thickness of the consciousness, and then only they could come in contact with their higher self, their pragyatma. So that pragyatma is again the higher self, the one who knows the whole thing. Then they will connect and they will realize that, well, I am in the illusion, I am in the maya, and whatever I am thinking is not the thing. My body is something which I'm feeling that it is feeling that this is a real, but this is also an illusion, but I'm much beyond that. To undergo this process, they needed a very rigorous process. And the difficulty in that was like many people used to get stuck in that rigorous, like this very rigorous process. They will study, and they will get caught up in that. So very few masters used to come forward at that time. Like we know few masters at that time who really worked and who came up as a guide to people. But nowadays, in the new energy, as I was meditating, I found it is like, as if there is no force. So light, so light. It is as if, how I would say, it is very like, the when you see a butterfly, moving their wings very nicely, very light. The new energy is like that. There is no force. You feel from deep within. There is no struggle. You don't need to leave your house. Don't need to go somewhere in a secluded place. You can stay there in the family, and it is more about realizing the mastery in yourself and helping more and more people to come into that mastery. So new energy is more like that, trusting yourself, being that simple. You don't need to go somewhere else, leave all the proper dresses and all, and wear something special to undergo that knowingness. You don't. You can be very well the way you want to dress, and you can also get the enlightenment. And that is now it has become easy because the thickness of the consciousness has lessened a lot. Therefore, those who are getting into meditation, even before 40 days, they are realizing a lot of things. They are seeing things. Many I have seen that they got into meditation, and in the second day or third day, they will say, I started seeing this, I got to know this. So, which was like, how can this is possible if we look at the past time? They used to meditate for, so if you read about the Lobsang Rampa, oh my God, he went through such a rigorous process. There was a literal, but poking in the third eye region and so many things. He underwent all those. So the ancient lamas and all, they also had a very, very, very rigorous life. So, yes, earlier the thickness of the consciousness was very high and our higher self was way far. So, it was difficult. But now, like our higher self is also very near. So, we can connect easily. We can get to know so many things easily. It is easier now, and many, many masters. It is not like a one, two, it's like masters everywhere. So it's like a very nice thing, and we all actually there's a rush of masters who just thought, yes, this is the right time we should get in and get in behti ganga mein haath dholo. We say that this is a very nice time we all can experience what a mastery is. So a lot of masters have come and they are experiencing it at new energy.
So that's why Patriji is saying everyone is going to be a meditator really soon, because I think the energies are changing. And he was saying the universe is helping you now. So
Yes,
things, the circumstances have been really good, not like before where
yes.
and
He is
PSSM
just
says that be a middleman, take a middle path, do
yes,
everything, have a
yes,
balanced life. That's what new energy is.
yes, yes. And he
You
is
are also
the Patrisa is the one who actually brought all that, and he only helped a lot of. He does a lot of energy works, which is not disclosed outside. But yes, he does a lot. But if you ask him, he will say, no, just meditate.
Yes. You are also a shamanic practitioner, and you also conducted shamanic consciousness workshop in IFFS in Mumbai in 2016. So, what is shamanism? Because a lot of people don't know about it.
Yes, the term shamanism and the way we call it Sanatan in Hinduism, the both are more or less same. Sanatan is something which is like a way, which is like coming from long back. And in fact, the shamanism is also like that. It was the practice, again, as you asked about the new energy and the old energies. But somehow, as I'm practicing shamanism, so I can say that it is not about any the way I have heard about some masters describing about it. But as I'm practicing, so I can tell no, it is not the fear based. No, it is not. It is about honoring the consciousness of everything. Shamanism is a way where you can connect to the consciousness of a stone, you can connect to the consciousness of an animal, you honor the quality of everything and the knowledge and honor of every conscious being, that living in that honor, staying in that, learning from everything, and living the life of interconnectedness. That is all about shamanism. And in that we call about different states. We stay in that, it is said that there is an ordinary reality and then it is called non-ordinary reality. The ordinary reality is the maya that we see, that okay, this is happening, that is happening. When what is non-ordinary reality is when you go back, and it is again like we call in this new energy, that you step back and get to know, to see energy and consciousness, get in touch with that higher consciousness and get to see what exactly is happening. That is called non-ordinary reality. So actual, that is actually the actual thing what is going on. So you connect with that energy and you take help of the different consciousness and different transcendental beings, the energy beings who have moved away from that maya, who have the one who are enlightened, who connect, you connect to them, you get to know about like you they are the tutelary guides, they teach, they, and we learn from them at the viewpoint how an animal sees a thing and how a humanoid or a great or a human will see. So there's a beautiful combination of different ways of different masters. How a master, if you meet a tiger, the tiger won't say you build a house. But if you meet a humanoid or a human master, they will know the why a person will ask for a house. So it's a very interesting and lot of aspects. It's a complete way of living. It's a way of conscious living. That's what I would say.
And if any people wants to join your group, because how will they know your updates? You have an awakening group where we
Yes.
get all the updates, and then you have a YouTube channel, Spiritual Wisdom by Shampa. So we
Spiritual
get
wisdom, Shampa. There's no.
Spiritual Wisdom Shampa,
Yeah.
and so we get all the updates there. And if
Yeah.
somebody has to join your awakening group, we can give your admin number there, so they can message your admin, so admin can add into the awakening group.
Yes, that can be done, and also I can pass on the link of the awakening.
Yeah, do pass on the link so we can put in there so people can connect you. And before we close this session, one key takeaway for our viewers.
Meditate, get to know yourself, and we all are so magnificent. And knowing ourselves, I think it is the biggest gift we can get in this life. And this is an ongoing journey. And the more and more you get to know about the miraculous being you are, you get in love with yourself. And the more and more you get in love with yourself, you start admiring everything around, and the life will become so magnificent and so interesting. And loving that magnificent, loving life is what we all are supposed to.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for a power-packed session today. It was really like we had so many different topics about soul contracts, inner child, and all the regression therapies, new energy. I think after seeing this, we all need a little time to just take this information in, because it was, though it's very simple, but again, when you're not used to these new terms and everything, it's a little hard to take. Because I remember when I first time heard about soul contract, it was not easy. First, I was like, why will even I sign a contract where where I can't be happy? So it takes time to realize it. But then you're right. We all are here to learn lessons. We all are here to experience. So if we see that way, things will change.
And I really congratulate you, Helena. You are such a good coordinator and facilitator. I was wondering that, okay, I can talk in length about each topic, but you are so apt in asking the question and formulating them that you packed all those in this time. I really congratulate you. You are so skilled.
Thank you so much for coming today, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Helene, for calling me and having me here. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. We have great Pyramid Masters coming in our upcoming episodes. So stay tuned. Until then, stay miraculous, keep meditating, and stay conscious. And don't forget to subscribe PMC Global. And for PSSM courses, visit www.pssga.org. Thank you.